So, hi guys, this is Snehal Bansode, and I am currently 19 years old. And there are lots of things that I want to share on the on this platform. And I always wanted to do a YouTube channel since I was a kid, and I, always postponed it. I thought abhi kar lenge, but abhi I'm going to end this teenage, and now at this deadline I'm like thinking, okay, and I should start now. So there are certain points that I will discuss. Okay, these will be very short-listed points. There's a big story behind all those points, but I won't discuss it that much. But there are some things that I want to discuss it deeply. So I've written it in this notebook of mine. So, okay, sorry, I've cold. Okay, so the first thing that people have a misconception about is that, do we need to be smart to become an engineer? And my answer for this will be no, absolutely not. You do not need to be extremely smart or intellectual person to become an engineer. Engineering is really, really simple. It is actually. I know a lot of people will give me a side eye for that, but engineering is really simple. It is just our own minds that is our enemy, and people who like to keep their ego very much high, they will absolutely tell you that engineering is really hard, and they want to keep telling that we are doing some hard stuff. But to be honest, engineering is really simple. It's just people go through different kinds of phases through their life, and due to that it's hard to keep up. Otherwise, if you think it as a normal thing, it's not that difficult. It's not. Okay, if you just believe in yourself, I feel it's not hard. It's just wide and vast, and your brain should be capable to agree to some concepts that may not make sense at the moment, but it is the truth. You cannot change anything about it. So yeah, the answer will be no. Curiosity is the only answer. Yeah, for this question, curiosity will be the only answer. There was one professor that I used to always love him, and I still do. He's one of my favorite teacher. He was the one who taught us that engineering concepts are actually the concepts about life, thermodynamics, or any subject as such. It actually tells us about life, nothing else. So he was an exceptional teacher. Due to him, I got to know that it's not about marks and all. It's about the subject. Subject has a feeling that it carries, and it wants to convey some message to the people who are learning something. So yeah, that's it. The second one is engineering hard. I will agree on this. A kind of, I mean, not the hard in perspective of smartness. I'm saying hard in a sense. There is a lot to grasp at short amount of time, and the syllabus changes quite drastically for different universities or autonomous universities. I don't know, but yeah, I think there are a lot of questions that you need to practice. It's all about practicing and noticing patterns. That's what it is about. And who am I to speak on these things? Yeah, I didn't talk about that. I've actually done my diploma in mechanical engineering, and I'm currently doing a degree which is not that good at this current moment. That's why I'm starting this YouTube channel. But no, I was a good student, and I'm still kinda, but not that. Just I'm finding again some purpose in my life. That's why I'm a little bit loose in degree, but I hope I will get back again soon. That's my hope. I'm sorry for my voice. It's the cold. I'm really sorry. I wanted to shoot this YouTube video today. I don't know why. Okay, the third question is how engineering is for artistic minds. This one is a good question because to be honest, to be really honest, it's really hard to live in an environment where all people think their life is a replica of a machine, because it's not even their fault at some point, because we all are literally learning about machines as a mechanical engineering. It's about different mechanism, it's about their assumptions, ideal conditions, boundary conditions, and they think that's what life is also, which is not really in some sense. So if you want to think out of the box, there's a lot of resistance in this path, but still there are some exceptional teachers that I've met. They are really of artistic minds, and they were perfect in every sense to me, because they were even good at academics, good at public speaking. So it's really about your lookout, but I would say there will be a lot of resistance in this field actually, because a lot of people will say, this field is not for you if you want to think it like that. They will always tell you like, give me the bullet points, give me the important things. I don't want to hear about your thoughts and all. Don't wander here. You have to be focused and all that. It's a struggle for artistic people here, I will say. But you never know. Then, is engineering simple? It's a bit complicated, but if you keep it simple, then I wouldn't say anything. Is maths hard? It's math hard. Yeah. Actually, it maths was never hard to me at diploma or such, because it we didn't have that sort of maths. But I always and always did love maths. I still love maths a lot, and I used to see this YouTuber called as Eddie Wu. You guys should check him out. He's a really good teacher from Australia, and I loved him a lot. I used to love him because he was so passionate about teaching maths concept and never make fail students dumb about it. That's why I was really good at maths, because he never made me feel dumb. But as soon I entered higher studies like these degree, the professors were, yeah, they are highly educated, but they showed us that we are so such a dumb people. I don't know. I always felt dumb studying and asking some dumb questions. And when I was younger, I never really felt dumb about it. But as soon as I grew older, people, because of their insecurities, were pointing their insecurities towards us. At that moment, I didn't knew. So I took it personally, and I thought that I'm weak at maths now, and I started disliking it for a bit. But now I'm back at it again. Came to the conclusion that it this time it wasn't my fault. It really wasn't. It was the teacher's fault, because they were not making me fall in love with the concept and subject. I used to always love maths. So yeah, the other thing is, never ever depend on a professor or teacher. Obviously, there are some good exceptional teachers which I absolutely love, but most of the time you wouldn't get a professor that will match your vibe, probably. So you have to be prepared for that. You have to learn things on your own, not from others. There are some things that I also want to talk about. Is what are the things you should be careful for? So, when I was younger, Uh, I was a bit, what can I say, not really emotionally intelligent person. Also, you're going to find a lot of emotionally unavailable people in this field, okay? Because everyone is a robot at some point and then they grew their emotions. I will say work on your emotional intelligence. The more you work on it, the less drama you will face. The lesser the drama, the the sorry, म्हणजे life will be at peace. That's what I meant. Yeah, sorry. Your attitude towards people matters. Yeah. So there are a lot of people saying on the internet that cut them off, shook them off, deal with the problem like this. It's very abrupt. I'm sorry to say I was like that. I was really a straightforward, abrupt person. But now that I see, it's a really bad perspective to have. Why should you be abrupt? Why should you cut off? Can't you just do it smoothly or calmly? People to have connections at some point of their life, and it's not their problem if they don't want to. You don't have to be rude about it. You can just have some sort of understanding and let them go, or understand them. There's no point in fighting for it and having some grudges. That's what I've learned. And you know at this generation, it's kind of becoming more self dependent, which is really good. I really love this generation, to be honest. I have no complaints about it. However, there are some um s- there's some amount of ego that is growing in this generation. Okay, I feel we are not respecting elders that much as we should. I mean, yeah, and some points are also a message to me that you know the growth mindset people, you should always look out for them, because these people are so uh what can I say, ready to be, yeah, they are ready to be something great, and not always fixed about something. There are certain people who are, yeah, I think about this is right, so this is right for my whole life and it won't change no matter what people say, which is good for some aspects of life. But you have to grow, because a plant, you cannot say to a plant that you cannot grow and you're watering that plant. It's not possible. Things are going to change, people are going to change. You have to grow with them. And also to not isolate yourself. So engineering is such a wide field where you will meet different kinds of people from different mindsets and areas and backgrounds, and it's good to talk to such people. You should always be communicating to people about their lives and how do they think about problems, how do they solve it. Okay, not not if you're going to isolate yourself, okay, that's also kind of good, because there are some advantages to it and disadvantages if you're an introvert. But it's actually depressing, to be honest. Talking to people, having fun with them is not at all bad, as they say on the internet, that you should sacrifice this for your that and you should sacrifice this for your certain success that you want. If any one of you have seen Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, if he isolated himself just to save his Nezuko sister, younger sister, he wouldn't have gotten to where he is now, isn't it? He met some people, he grew with them, he trained with them. He was such a great person to have with, and he's such a great human being to connect. And I feel the one thing that he has taught me is that it's never about the numbers. It's never about the awards that you win. It's always about the people that you bring along, the people that believed in you when you didn't. All those people who loved you, or even if they didn't. It just, I think we should all respect each other. That's what I meant. Okay, Tanjiro is such a guy that he took along all those people who wanted the same thing. Muzan, they wanted to attack Muzan and to end the cycle. And he wouldn't have become this great if he did not met them. That's a perspective. See, next one is yeah. In order to talk to people for introverts, okay, I was also an introvert. I still am, but I've improved a lot and I do talk to people a lot these days. But I was a huge introvert when I was small, okay, teenage and all stuff. So I used to isolate myself and I was always alone because that was comfortable to me and uncomfortable at the same time. Uh, the only answer that I will give to such people is that friendship is all about to be heard and to be seen. It's all about that. That's it. There's nothing more to it. It's not that complicated. You just need to make people feel seen and heard. If you don't make them a safe place to hang out, why would they feel comfortable? Isn't it that simple? And lastly, I would like to say that if you still doubt yourself after whatever budbud that I did, they just है कि like MS Dhoni, okay, debuted at some age of like
So
24.
sorry
I don't
guys,
know.
my audio got cut off. I don't know why. But the message that I wanted to give was that MS Dhoni was the guy who debuted at the age of 23 or something. And it was not because he wasn't talented enough at the age of 19 or so, but he had to learn some things, some certain things that made him who he is now. Like he's a Captain Cool, and he had to learn through that patience. Universe was telling him that no bro, you have to learn this thing. I know you're meant for great, so please learn this first. It's not that I'm not willing to give you what you want. It's just I want you to be prepared more because you're going to face a lot of it. So that's what I wanted to say.